Ian Froman is an Israeli Jew from South Africa. Fayez Abu Sahaiban is the mayor of the Bedouin Israeli town of Rahat. What's bringing them together? Tennis. The Israel Tennis and Education Center in Ramat HaSharon has been here for 45 years, and today is the fulfillment of a dream. Israeli citizens, Jews and Arabs, have come together not just to coexist, but to work together in partnership for a better future.
This was one of the greatest days I've spent almost ever, because when we started this tennis facility, the idea was to reach as many children as we could.
Froman is a former Davis Cup player and co-founder of the Israel Tennis and Education Centers, or ITEC. Recently, ITEC hosted an Arab-Jewish Leadership Training Day as the kickoff event for ITEC's new Abraham Project. The rollout of the project is even more timely following the recent riots in mixed Arab-Jewish cities like Lod that troubled the nation.
To see that being a facility for children, it now has really encompassed both Jewish kids, Arab kids, and of course all other kids. And that was the motivation.
It's a very exciting event for me as the head of municipality. It's the first time I am visiting the Israel Tennis Center. I was greeted by many people who feel very warmly toward the residents of our city.
The mayor and Rahat City Council members were invited for a day of sharing food and fun with the aim of finding a way to help the young people in Rahat.
My vision in Rahat is to have a sports city. We have 75,000 residents. There are many children. The education system has 25,000 children. Many schools, many preschools. But I want to launch them into sports because sports gives them room to breathe, gives them everything, and makes them smile in the end.
And why tennis? Abu Suhaiban and his team hit the courts to find out more.
Sport in and of itself is a language, the language of patience, the language to love the other, to compete against one another, but to respect the other.
I see a great opportunity here to build bridges, between the cultures, and I feel that tennis is the best game, to build this bridge.
Ronen Morali runs the coaching program at ITEC.
Tennis educates you to respect one another, to complement each other. There's a lot of respect and working together. And I feel that this is what the Israeli society is lacking.
Alam Ibrahimi is coordinator of ITEC's Abraham program with Israel's Arab communities.
When players play one against the other, each one bats the ball to the other side. The same player that receives the ball needs to return the ball to defend what he has. And as such, it teaches the child how to be responsible, independent, know how to protect his personal interests for the greater good.
Ibrahimi said when children in Rahat finish school in the afternoon, there aren't any activities for them.
So the tennis center came and offered a hand and sees that they are a partner in influencing the population and producing children that are good for society.
Born and raised in Rahat, Abu Suhaiban was first a teacher and then a principal. He says sports can be a bridge builder between Arabs and Jews, especially after the Arab-Jewish violence that affected both sides.
They start by shaking hands and finish by shaking hands. That's what's good about this sport. The added value, especially in this period, at this time that we all went through as citizens of Israel, is to join hands together. There is no other place for us to live. We have to live together, to speak the language of sport. It's a language of everyone, not a language of another race or religion.
The day wrapped up with a heart-to-heart roundtable discussion. Froman says they plan to build a tennis center in Rahat.
There's a partnership here that is developed between the city of Rahat and the tennis centers. And so it really is the beginning of what I think is going to be a tremendous era of getting together, learning to live together, using tennis as the medium in which to do so.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, ITEC, Ramat HaSharon, Israel.